Resumed.
Good morning. My name's Eric Keys.
Workout paused.
You're gonna hear my phone because I'm tracking my work, but I was gonna wait and do this when I finished my walk.
Workout resumed.
Again, I was saying I was gonna do this when I finished my workout this morning. Basically just walking around my property. But I had a moment while on my walk this morning, and I just can't control myself. I am so excited right now. Let me give you a little bit of a background here. My name's Eric Keyser. I live in Franklinton, North Carolina. I live on 3.5 acres of land, my wife and 2 kids. And recently I started doing some exercise. Not a lot. Started walking, been walking about a mile every day, at least trying to every day. If I don't, at least a minimum of 4 times a week, but I'm getting more consistent. But today I decided to do 2 miles. Okay, 1 mile, 4 laps around my property, roughly. So I figured, I've been doing this for almost a month now. I'm gonna see if I can do 8 miles and see how long it takes. And that's what I've been doing this morning. And well, on my walk, I had a moment. I'm gonna say it was my aha moment. I'm gonna take these off because I'm sweating. All right. And ever since I've had this moment, I've been laughing. I've actually been struggling to breathe because I've been laughing and so excited about the thoughts that came into my mind. And I'll explain that in just a second. So I'm going to give you a little background about myself first. I was born in '77. Grew up in the city. Never really had a lot of time to play around in nature, and I hated the city. We had a small set of woods, and I mean small, probably 100 feet wide, maybe 250 feet long at the most, behind our house. And I pretty much lived in those woods. And as I got older, I turned 5, my mom and dad separated, and I never got to see my dad again until I was 8. And it was then, as I started getting older, that I realized how much I loved the outdoors. I don't like the city, never have. Don't get me wrong, it's a good place to be, but I prefer what you see out here. This is me. This is my life. So, while visiting my dad over the summers between school breaks, he would take us camping into the mountains, Yosemite, the redwood forest, a bunch of places like that. And we went to my Monterey Aquarium and other things like that. And that was fun, seeing all the fish and the ocean life and the beach. But my life, as I said, is this. This is me, woods, mountains. I'm not in the mountains, but this is pretty close. The terrain's not exactly the same, but I have my up and down moments here. So I'm sorry, I'll try not to make this too long, but I just want you guys to understand my background and where I'm coming from.
Almost there. You can do it.
After I turned 15 actually, never went back to California. I spent all my time working or partying or hanging with friends. And a majority of my time was spent working so that I can make money to support myself, because that's what I was taught to do in school by my mom, by my teachers, by the people I looked up to. And I had no clue this whole time what they were teaching me is incorrect. It is not right. Not once did they teach me how to finance. Not once did they teach me how to start a business or budget or even be healthy. Not once. You know, little small things here and there, but nothing that would dramatically affect the person as who they are. So my whole life I grew up busting my ass, excuse my language, but that's what I did, to make a buck so that I can try to save money and be wealthy. And that never happened. I'm 44 now. 44 years old. And yes, I have been able to accomplish this property I have. And get a few things that I like, but I feel like I've reached a plateau in my life. And I felt like something had to change. Now, to add to this story, when I was 14 and a half, 15 years old, I started smoking. Trying to be cool, hanging out with the friends, in with the crowd. And I'm 44 now. I'll be 55 in May of 2022. And so I've pretty much smoked about 2 packs a day for the past 30 years. And just recently I quit. And I'm going to tell you why I quit. Excuse me, I'm sorry. My video's got me a little disoriented here. Trying to remember my path, because this is not exactly a path. I'll give you an idea. Oh, it's not going to let me. So there's not exactly a path here. It's a little one. And I'm not going to lie.
Workout paused.
I'll tell you right now, what this is a little deer trail, a game trail. Deer come through here. So you can see no path. There's a little path here. And I'm just following this path. Okay, so I'm going to get back to my walk. I don't like stopping. But about a month.
Workout resumed.
A month and a half, 2 months ago, I came across a video online. And in this video, I met Jeff Lerner. And I'm going to tell you something about this man. What this man had to say was probably the most inspiring, most life-changing statements I've ever heard in my life. And he introduced me to what's called the entrepreneurial blueprint. And I was interested. I was curious. What this man said in this video made me put cigarettes down. Not the blueprint. The blueprint would have definitely, if I hadn't yet. I can guarantee you that. Because what this man does is just so inspiring. And the knowledge he provides is so enlightening. It's ridiculously insane. I can't get enough of it. But what he has done is allowed me to get my life back. And in doing so, I have bought this entrepreneurial blueprint. And it's just the beginning of my journey. And I want you guys to see where I'm at the beginning of this journey. Yeah, it's been 2 months in, but I still got the rest of my life in front of me, people. I'm so excited as to what I'm gonna look like in a year, what I'm gonna feel like in a year from now. Smoking 2 packs a day for 30 years. Yeah, I'd come back here and walk this property, but it would probably take me 30 minutes to an hour to do 1 lap, maybe. And at the end, I was hacking my lungs up, spitting up mucus, coughing, couldn't breathe, my chest hurt.
Target reached.
Look at that.
2 miles completed.
If you can hear that, I don't know.
Remaining distance 0 miles.
I don't know if you can hear that.
Duration 45 minutes 42 seconds. Current speed 2.1 miles per hour.
I just completed 2 miles
Average speed 2.6 miles per hour.
in 45 minutes. And my phone's letting me know, so I'm excited. I met my goal today. So, but back to my journey. I just wanted to share this experience with you guys. I put cigarettes down 2 months ago, a month and a half ago, and I don't want a cigarette. I'll never want a cigarette again. And I'll tell you, I'm amazed it was not difficult at all. This and what I'm doing now is worth every bit of it. To be able to be out here early in the morning, experiencing this, exercising, knowing that I'm getting myself more healthy so that I can enjoy my family and my property and my kids 10 times more than I ever did before. And I'm gonna get to the point now. The whole reason for this video, I've been walking about a mile every day for a month. I'm not sure exactly when I started, but roughly a month. 4 laps around my property. And I told myself today, I'm gonna try and do 8 miles, or 8 laps, I'm sorry, 2 miles, 8 laps. And keep in mind, this ain't flat. This ain't a road. This is terrain. Look, I'm in my driveway right now, and this is the dirt road that comes up to my driveway in the country of Franklin. This is a big, steep hill. I'm about to walk down this hill, and as I walk down it, you'll see how steep it is. But back to my story. I was walking through the woods, and I had my aha moment. I honestly believe I had my aha moment in life through this journey and course that I'm working on to better my life and my 3 P's, which is something you'll learn. If you want to know more about it, you can ask. I'll be happy to tell you, but it'll just make this story too long. But like I said, I've been working on my 3 P's, and in this journey, I've been trying to figure out my why, who I am, what's my story, what's my purpose in life. And I've been struggling. I've been taking notes, writing down all these I believe statements, trying to figure out what I believe. What's my belief? What do I believe in? And who am I? My timeline, what's happened to me in my life throughout my life, through childhood and my teenage years and growing up into an adult and my family now and what I have now. And so I made a list. I made a list of things I like. I made a list of hobbies I have, a list of interests, things I'm interested in. Basically a list of stuff I do, just different things. And then I went through this list and I was looking for a common thread through the list, through my timeline in life, and through my beliefs. And I honestly believe I had my aha moment, and I want to share that with everybody because I'm excited. I'm so excited I can't control myself. It's it might need some refining. I can tweak it or change it, but what I truly believe is during my walk, I had a thought, a moment, something popped in my head that this is me. This is who I am, my life, outdoors, the country, the trees, nature, the woods. And I never got to have that once I became a teenager. I never got to experience that. Very rarely did I, because I spent my entire life working so hard to please everybody else. Not me, but everybody else. My mom, my bosses, the people that I looked up to, that I thought had my interest in mind when they were teaching me about life and how it works. Work hard, save money. You'll never amount to anything if you don't. And my God, can I tell you what? That was the biggest mistake I ever made in my life, was listening to those people. And I honestly tell you this because I'll tell you up front, the last job I had, I worked 10 very hard years as a construction manager for a company, working anywhere from 80 to 100 hours a week. And I barely brought home $65,000 to $70,000 a year. I couldn't barely take care of my family with that. If you do the math and you do the numbers, I never made it over $70,000 a year. And it was hard. All our money went to bills, expenses, gas, clothes, food. Hell, we couldn't even afford health insurance half the time. I would get it and then it would get terminated because I couldn't afford it. Just everything in life. And basically I went and I met with my boss. I'm going to slow down a minute here since I reached my 2-mile goal. I reached out to the boss of the company I work for, and I asked him, what can I do for your
Workout
company,
paused.
for your company that will benefit me in 10, 15, 20 years from now? And basically his answer was nothing. Nothing. And I thought to myself, that's not what I want. I didn't get to where I'm at to stay here. I got to where I'm at because that was the next phase of my life. And I'm ready to reach that next step. And then after that, that next step. And then after that, that next step. I want to keep climbing them stairs. I don't ever want to stop this journey. I don't ever want to get to a point where I feel like I'm comfortable and I'm finished. Ever. Even in my 70s and 80s, I don't want to feel like that. I want to keep going, keep climbing. I want there to always be a new goal in mind to reach. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. That's not me. It's not who I am. It's not what I want to do. So, my point is, I want to reach out to people who are in the same experience I am. Middle-aged men who have been taught to bust their ass their entire life so that you can be wealthy, and you never made it. You got to a point and you plateaued, and you're looking for that next step. What needs to be done? For me, that was quitting my job. I quit my job, I left, and now I'm looking to be an entrepreneur. I'm looking to start my own business. I'm learning. It's not easy. Nothing in life's easy. Hell, well, I'm not going to say it was a lot easier for me to put cigarettes down, but I'm going to put all of that on Jeff Lerner because of what he said. And I'm not even going to do that. I will give him a lot of the credit, but what's up there in that house? I don't know if you can see it. That's my house up there. I got 2 boys and a wife. They're the reason I'm doing this. For them. For me, for them, and it's all due to Jeff Lerner's inspiring words. So my aha moment is, I want to help middle-aged men that can't find that next step, that can't find what they're looking for. But the key to this was, I love the outdoors. I love being outdoors. I'm not the only one that does that. I want to help others that like being outdoors. I want to help others that want more of this, but don't have time for it because they're too busy working, sitting at a computer, making their bosses happy, just so they can make a paycheck to pay their rent and buy food and get gas. I want them to be able to come out and do this any day of their life, anytime they want to. Yes, I struggle now, but this is the beginning of my journey. I went and got another job. I don't work as many hours, but I gotta work so I can pay my bills. But I am doing this. I'm gonna keep up with this journey. I'm gonna make this happen so that I can quit my job. I'm gonna start a business. And this is who I am. It's what I'm gonna do. And if you don't believe me, come back in a year. Come back in 6 months, and you'll see how far I've progressed. Look at me. Yeah, I'm skinny. I'm 44. I got a belly. I'm not proud of that belly. But I'm hoping within a year, that right there is going to be gone. That's my goal. And I'll show you. I'll post some pics. But for now, this is my video. And my aha moment is I want to help people who want this, but can't have it because they're too busy working. They want that outdoor experience. They want nature. They want to go camping more. They want to go fishing more. They want to experience the woods and what life has to offer more. But they can't because they're stuck in a life of work and misery. And no, you don't have to move to the country to have this. Maybe you live in the city and you like living in the city. But if you have what you want and you do what you want, you can do this anytime you want. Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, this is my property, but I would never have this property if I didn't fight for it. I would never have this property if I didn't work my ass off for it. And then once I got in this property, the company I was with, I plateaued at. And I probably would have lost this property because I wouldn't have been able to afford it. Taxes are going up. Interest rates have gone down. But in the future, if I wouldn't have made any more money and just stayed where I was at, yes, I probably would have lost all this. If I didn't quit smoking, I'd probably be dead in a few years. There's no guarantee, but I can tell you this, I wouldn't feel like I do now, and it's only been a month and a half. I feel amazing. I feel freaking awesome, people. So to all you out there that smoke, put them cigarettes down. It's not that bad. I'm loving this. I wouldn't be able to enjoy
Workout resumed.
my property like this if I continued smoking. I was always inside.
Workout paused.
Was always inside. Smoking
Workout
cigarettes,
resumed.
sitting at the table, thinking about stuff I want to do, but never doing it. Always thinking about stuff I want to do, but never doing it because one, I can't afford it, and two, I couldn't do it because I couldn't breathe. But I think this video's gone on long enough. I'm just so excited about this moment, having this aha moment. I believe.
Workout paused.
I believe that you should be able to do what you want in life, when you want in life, because you can, and not have to think about money or time. I believe anybody can do this if they put their mind to it and they fight for it. That's what I believe. But you have to want it. Nobody can make this happen for you. Nobody can make you do it. Only you can do this. And I believe in you. I believe in myself, and I believe in all of you. Every one of you that think you can't.